ইলেকশনের আগে বড় বড় ফিগারকে এখানে অ্যাসাসিনেশন করা হবে, গুপ্ত হত্যা করা হবে।
সেই ভবনের ভেতর থেকে যে সমস্ত আসবাবপত্র নথিপত্র বাহিরে ফেলা হয়েছে সেগুলো নেওয়ার জন্য
You had Osman Hadi killed, and now you are trying to foil the election by using this as an issue. Ensure a speedy trial of the killers so that the election environment is not harmed. The government has failed to show us any visible progress. If justice for Osman Hadi is not delivered, you too will be compelled to flee Bangladesh one day.
But now what has happened that the Bangladesh government is forced to recognize that India is not involved. And yesterday the Yunus regime, the Home Advisor said, no, we have no information that the person has gone to India. We don't know who the killer is, we're finding out. Now the Inclab Munch is very angry with the Yunus regime and saying they might withdraw support and call upon Yunus to resign and so on. So that volatility is building up in Bangladesh.
Amid Yunus regime's growing volatile relations with New Delhi, Bangladeshi officials are trying to mend the breaking ties. Bangladesh's finance advisor, Dr. Salahuddin Ahmed, said that the interim government does not want a bitter relationship with a big neighbor like India, and instead wants to strengthen ties with New Delhi.
The current interim government does not want any kind of bitter relationship with a big neighbor like India. Rather, the government's main goal is to further develop bilateral relations and maintain economic stability.
He also said that trade between the two nations will not be affected by the current political climate and confirmed that a decision to import 50,000 metric tons of rice from India has been taken to reinforce economic cooperation. Meanwhile, India is holding nationwide protests against the killing of Hindu man Dipu Chandra Das, who was set on fire after being lynched in Bangladesh's Mymensingh.
Now, a few days ago, as you said, that this absolutely inhuman murder of Dipu Chandra Das took place. He's in Mymensingh near Dhaka, district Mymensingh, and working in a factory, in a garment factory. Must have been some individual enmity between him and some co-worker. And suddenly the co-worker started saying, oh, he had done blasphemy, and the mob surrounded the factory. This is the same mobocracy everywhere in Bangladesh, is mobocracy nowadays. And then the factory says that they were forced to hand over Dipu Chandra Das to the mob, and they said, oh, otherwise our factory would have been burnt, like that they were saying. So it's cruel and unacceptable. The police could do nothing, even though there are videos of police talking to Dipu Chandra Das and ascertaining that he had nothing to do with it, but still they did not intervene. And Dipu Chandra Das was beaten to death by the mob. It is cruel, inhuman. You don't expect to see it in 21st century like that. You know, in medieval way they pounced on him and killed him by beating, but then they put his dead body on a stake and burnt it. And now this has created such a furor in India, such a huge reaction, because I think the Indian people have been very restrained. You know, they kept saying that, look, this is not correct, not correct. But the regime, they continued. They never stopped any of the cruel acts.
দুনিয়ার মানুষের উত্তর বোঝা কোনো যোগ্যই অন্যরাও নিজের নিজের থেকে গিয়ে বলতে আর দুনিয়ার মানুষের সব আরা